Art equals wellness. Welcome to Heart Happy Hour, Season 5. I'm Precious Mother Love. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm driving real slow down a country road so I can turn my head out the window and absorb some of this beautiful sun. There's no cars coming. Oh, thank you for bringing the sun back out. Wherever those bring the sun back out people are. Energies, beings, whatever they are. Top of the day. It's a beautiful Saturday, the end of September. You're starting to really see all the starts of whatever the falls. What's going to start falling has started to turn to indicate that it will change with the season. I suppose the energy that it receives, the amount of, or degree of UV changes. So the amount or degree of, I want to say chlorophyll, but the colors as they change, I believe it's also an adjustment to the UV. And today is supposed to be a high UV. Yes, a big old hill back where I live. You know, it's a lot of peaks and valleys around this area. I'm just leaving my place. I had to run back. I left a few things sitting there that I meant to grab and I didn't. So I went back to grab it. And I was like, well, you know what? You know where you're going. And this might be a decent time to do a final, because I did what I said was going to be a final September broadcast of Heart Happy Hour Season 5, because we're supposed to be starting Season 6 October 1. But the way it turned out, something happened. I think I cleaned the screen or something. And the whole, the volume went away and I wasn't able to share what I was sharing. And it was some good stuff I was sharing. I'm telling you now, I've been selling all the necklaces off my neck and I forgot to put one back. So, pardonnez-moi. I do have last week's creation still on that hasn't been sewed off my arm yet. Any case, what I wanted to talk about was the pop off. Stuff starting to pop off. If you haven't seen what this is signifying, like, okay, comedians take real stuff and get us to look at it and laugh at it to some degree, which is hard for, which I was going to say, it's hard for a comedian to take a serious role. But if, that's what the comedians do. They spin the spin. I hope I didn't get it. I was doing a little bit extra going up that hill. That's a steep hill. But didn't get a ticket. In any case, the reason why the spin is so funny, so it's so ironic, it's so outlandish, it's like so, it's a real hot spot, and you put your finger on it, and not only will you get burned, but it might rattle your brain a little bit. Like, really? Like, do I really think? And when you start to think about some of these things and I want to say comedians because I've been watching about 5 or 6 of them, and doggone it, I can't remember the names to save my soul. But they actually are spoofing, satire possibly. There is a permeation of cleaning house at this point. What's going on with New York? There's a list of people, either quitting, what's going on with them, stepping down, or doing something that is really, this is the time to come clean, apparently. And I even had a few things I wanted to come clean about, which had to do with me in the music business, because, I actually had a full ride scholarship to University of Pittsburgh, Pitt State University, University of Pittsburgh. God daggone it, it was in Pittsburgh. But my mama said no, because my grandfather was the manager of Ike and Tina Turner until he died, which I always suspected was some sort of a, unalive karma scenario. I just felt like, and my grandmama said she thought it might have been to whatever degree. And now that Tina Turner's gone, they both took that to their grave. Or, actually, my grandmother, she's passed as well. So do you say, well, I don't know. She told me, so she didn't take it to her grave. She felt that premonition, and grandma was pretty oralistic. What do they call those? The oracle. She was very oracleistic. She had people sitting on her porch waiting to speak to her because she, had such words of wisdom that they wanted to have. They'd be in the alley waiting, and actually, I had some. I mean, like I said, I had been stalked, and I've had a stalked 17 times, right? And a woman was in that group of 17. And when I decided I didn't want to be friends, I'm strictly dickly, right? So I didn't want to be her friend anymore because she did some stuff that was unmotherly, and I could never see myself being hanging with somebody who wouldn't listen to some of the better advice I had given over the years. So anyway, what I was saying was the industry did have a impact on my life, because with me having a full ride scholarship, thinking I'm going for music, thinking I'm going to be, given a leg up, a head start, getting the foundation of the musicality together, which I ended up, I went for mass communication, broadcast journalism. So I did stay in the entertainment industry of it. But any case, so didn't accept that. My mom says that's not an industry. She had seen some things. My mom said that is not an industry for you to have a career in. Now, winning the scholarship, I didn't even apply for a scholarship. I got offered the scholarship. My music teacher invited this person to my concert, which I was picked out of. There were 110 people that I was competing with for this competition, and what I was doing was I was singing at the Kennedy Center. So the Kennedy Center, there was a there, my there were two people picked from every school. I was in the Washington Archdiocese, right? So two people picked from every school in the Washington Archdiocese. So I was one of the two people that my music teacher picked me. And so we then had to compete amongst, I think they were like, however many of those two that were picked from every school, you could volunteer to compete for, or you could be given a a space, or you were given the opportunity to compete for the so I passed the opportunity to compete for, and then I actually won the opportunity to be the soloist of the full Washington Archdiocese event. So, and that was in my senior year of high school. So I won that competition. I came out, I wrecked it so hard that they gave me a full ride scholarship that I didn't even apply for. Okay. But moms was like, that's not a career to get into. And moms, being around pops, I met the Temptations. We hosted them at our house. I met various artists: Aretha Franklin, Roberta Flack, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder. Not all under, in one place or under one roof, but various scenarios and situations. Um, and so at some point, mom says that's not the career to go into. So my teachers, the nuns, these nuns were so awesome. They gave me like special attention. I tested out of biology in high school, so I didn't have to take. Well, I don't want to go into the whole story of it, but there was this racist nun. Oh. I'm sorry, a racist layperson. I remember my science teacher flunked me out because I did so I answered a question that she asked in a way that she did not appreciate the duality of it, because she asked me the answer and I gave her two answers which were both correct because of what she did. So anyway, had to take that class again because she flunked me. That was on the practicum. So in summer school when I took the class, long story short, I ended up tutoring. I ended up testing out of the class and tutoring so I could help other students in the class, because the teacher says, hey, if you stick around, all these people will pass. Or in particular, one particular guy, I thought was I needed. I'd like. I was able to assist him to graduate, and being one of my neighbors, I felt first and only summer I didn't have a summer job. But anyway, so in the music industry, was not the thing to do. Mom says, my grandfather, like I said, he was Ike and Tina Turner's manager until he died. Tina Turner said the eulogy, but he also had, and there's a caveat to this, because, he also had wings and wings, wings and things, wings and more wings. The first places that were noted to have served mambo sauce. So mambo sauce was something like, I grew up on sauces. It was called that, but we made so many sauces within our household all the time that it just seemed like we were able to. I passed it on to my daughter. And we spruced everything up, dressed everything with a spread, a pate, as grandmother would call them. She would, combine all kinds of delicious ingredients and serve it with some sort of cracker or toast or something. Because, we actually ate a lot of mostly vegetable stuff. Grandma took me to the garden. Anyway, I got off track. Music industry. So I got back into music at some point, had my own band. Prosperity Band was, we're about to do a reunion, but Prosperity Band, we started making a mark for ourselves, started making some progress, and we're on a bill to play the RFK Stadium, to play what was called the Budweiser Superfest. And we were even on the posters, those famous posters where you see all the go-go bands on them, the big yellow, big orange, or big green, squares on it with people, the band names and stuff. Anyway, so we were on one of those. And this dude, Joe Clark, who was working with Icy Ice, Joe Clark was a show, I guess, promoter. I don't know all of what he did. I was friends with his girlfriend, and then his girlfriend introduced me to him. I met her at one of the shows that I was at, and that I was performing at, and she befriended me, and so found out who her old man was. So he kind of liked us hanging out together. So he would actually finance us to go hang out and have fun and ride his dime. But when he found out I had a band, I think he had a hankering for me before, when was hanging out with his chickie baby, because once he found out that I was with the band, he booked a couple of gigs for us, and then he got us on. He got us on that Budweiser Superfest. But guess what? I say he got us on there. Well, he put us on there, but some kind of way in the back of his mind, he concocted this thing that said, either give me the milkshake, or I'm gonna pull the plug on your folks on the lineup for the night, for the day, for the big event. I mean, we had actually did some touring with it's not Petworth, it's not the Pump Blenders, Crossover. We did some gigs with Crossover. uh what's his name? I can't think of his name right now, but One Love and Wellness, darling. Thanks for letting us hang with you and ride some of the activity and the energy that was happening around the go-go scene at that time. So anyway, so One Love and Wellness, I'm about to take a pause for the pause and head my honey into this place where I need to get a few things before I get back to, well, you know what, I might be able to take you with me. And why am I being so secret? But this is how I do these things. So let me look. I can't see what's happening. Let's turn it back around. Let's turn it back around so that you can see what's going on. Okay, I'm at the 7-Eleven. God daggone it, and I'm about to really have a beautiful day. Have a fabulous, wonderful, and marvelous day. Let me go this way and not put people on point and on spot. Let's get what I got. Hey, they done rearranged this place. Okay, what's going on? I would love it if they would start having some kombucha. I hope you guys can hear me because the last video I did, y'all couldn't hear me. And I had to trash the whole thing. Do I want a ginger ale? I really just want a cup of ice, but get a cup of ice. Can't bring my cup with me. Good morning. Top of the day. There's a cup right there. Oh, you know what? Oh, I just remembered. I saw a bunch of cups fall the other day. The girl just picked them back up like it was okay. So I know I don't want to take the first one. And I want to be able to feel comfortable about. They say don't even use the ice machines because there's probably some kind of fungus in there. Look, I said I'm going to say that what's in me is going to be able to, what you call it, my immunity is going to be strong enough. Where are the tops to these? On this side? Is there a top for this? Oh, shucks, thank you. I just didn't go that far down. Between the Slurpees and the soda machine. Okay, so family. So my grandfather had the wings and things, wings and more wings. And my grandma did the mambo sauce, right? So the interesting thing is that grandma was really never, never. I mean, like something must have happened, something might have happened. I don't know what happened, but she did not try to pursue making it popular. She, when my granddaddy died, I think she was so stricken with, grief or whatever that she might have just wanted to just pursue her happiness versus, because she had a lot of perks behind the whole, once she sold his spots, filled up a couple of brand new. She bought a couple of brand new refrigerators, freezers, or whatever, and everybody ate for months and maybe even years because we filled up a couple of those freezers and just ate chicken. I mean, so much that at some point I did not want chicken anymore. So, well, One Love and Wellness family, I actually am running late for the space I need to be in. I'm about to go to the flea market, and I left all of my financial tools at the crib. Had to go back. So, like I said, I'm stretching it out a little bit since I have since I gave myself a little leeway. I ease up on myself sometimes. I don't have to be as tough on myself sometimes. I was rushing. I made a, I guess, on purpose mistake and had to go back and get what I needed to get. Bye, guy with all the big bags of money. Come back here. There's Mr. Brinks. So, but in any case, speaking of big bags of money, okay, so I am, do you have the self-serve one? Yeah. Down there? Okay, all right. So I guess I'll go self-serve myself. I could have thought of that a couple of minutes ago. Yes, I did get a donut. And yes, I am Scanning my own stuff. Alright. Return to cart. Here we go. Check out. Okay, sorry, I don't mean to give you nothing to look at, but hey guys, yeah, today is going to be a special day. The sun is out. Things are looking really, really wonderful in the neighborhood. I'm not sure if I'm looking at the things I should be looking at, but how y'all doing out there? I finally can do this. Hi, it's my... Yeah. Ooh, I'm funny. You guys are funny. So, but in any case, One Love of Wellness, family love, +Art equals wellness. Don't think I'm going to take you guys to the flea market with me, but trying to get up out of here and did not do what I needed to do to get it done. So, yo, look, let me turn this around before I go. Alright fam, One Love and Wellness. See you guys next time. I'll continue the story about Joe Clark and prosperity and all the other musical related stuff. But I was saying it was about to pop off because it's like a trickle down effect. It's like a trickle down effect. It's starting to pop off. Everybody, the pimp head is not complete. Okay. Thank you for prompting me. Doggone it, I didn't know what was going on. I got you. Okay, yeah. So, in the meantime, card read okay? Alright. Approved? Alright. Okay.
Thank you for shopping at 7-Eleven.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the top just came off, but it's on the ground and I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, no, thank you. I'm sorry, sir, I don't have any change. But God bless you today.